Okay, now that PAX East and Anime Boston are over, I want to tell you guys about one of the little Brian adventures that I got to have. One of those crazy moments. Okay, so the story begins like, I think it was Saturday of Anime Boston, and one of my guild members forgot something in the car. Because we basically meet up at one location, all get inside my car and carpooled, I had to go back and grab something. On my way back, I'm talking to people, all that there, getting to know the area and the community. I think it was the Sheraton or the Marriott. It's one of the hotels nearby, but basically, I'm working my way to get into the garage, and I see this gentleman jumping on a car. He's in the back of a pickup truck, right? He's jumping up and down, and I can't really hear what he's saying. As I get closer, I hear this guy basically look at one of the security guys there, and in his loud yelling voice, he yells, F you! And he starts, like, honestly just being belligerent. So as I see that there, I kind of approach and I say, hey, my name is Brian. I'm an animal behaviorist. I've worked with the police before. I've even worked with some police dogs. Is there anything I can do to help? So as I'm there, I start basically directing people away from the scene. He's in the parking area just yelling. And at this point, I see him jump off and he starts hitting all the cars next to him. And I again notice those are not his cars. So the car that he's jumping on is clearly not his. So as this is happening, people start walking up to me. People start walking up to the security guard. And as we're distracted for basically like a minute, we notice that this guy starts running. And now I start essentially telling the guy, hey, I'm going to follow him. He tells me that he's already called the cops and the cops are on their way. And I was like, okay, well, I notice he starts running towards where I just came back from, Anime Boston. So as I see him running that way, I say, hey, I'll keep a visual on him. You go on ahead, wait for the cops to get here. So I start running behind this guy. Now, again, this guy's around 6', 6'1", red hair. He has a giant black eye, gray sweatpants, and he's not wearing any shoes. He was running out there barefoot. So I'm over there. I'm chasing this guy down, trying to see where he's going to go. He's going in the direction towards Anime Boston, and then he gets into a crowd and disappears. As that happens, I run up and I'm like, okay, what should I do? So I start going up to the security people and the staff at Anime Boston, and then the Boston Police Department get there. They take me to an area, and then I get to kind of explain what I saw, what happened. And as we're there, we're basically told, hey, be careful for this guy. We kind of lost him at the con. We'll keep an eye out. They give in detail to the security people, all that there, and then they take my number and they go, hey, thank you again. We'll keep an ear out. We'll contact you if we notice or anything changes or anything you need to know. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I need to get back to my table. I'm there with my guild and I was just off to get some items. So something that should have only taken like 30 minutes at most, walking there and back, became this kind of like hour-long adventure. But it was an adventure nonetheless. So now that that's done, I get to again recover and we'll get ready for another fun adventure. Happy adventuring.